Hi guys, it's Leaky and welcome to another video. And yes, it's time for our books and activewear for the second Advent. So I hope you had a great time last Sunday or yesterday, maybe if you're watching the video at the time that it's actually coming out. And yeah, I'm a little bit loud today. I don't think you can hear it, but I can hear myself when I move. So yeah, I've got these fun little antlers with the little Christmas bulbs on there. And I've had this actually lying around for a year now, and it was in a box. I'm surprised it actually survived. There's a little bit of things I need to adjust, but yeah, I thought this is quite fun. You can also see that a little bit better than my snow thing that I had on last time. But yeah, look at this. It's fun. Anyway, so it is time to reveal the second book and maybe take a guess at what the actual theme is. If you didn't watch last week's video, I'm gonna link it up here. And if you're like confused and you're like, what is happening? Like, what is going on? So books and activewear in general, I do, show you some books and I talk about the books, and I will pick some activewear outfits that match. So I get inspired by the book covers and I'll show you the activewear because I do review a lot of activewear on this channel. But also, if, you're like, okay, but like, what's this thing with the Christmas thing? So last year I got a Christmas or like a book advent calendar. So for every Advent Sunday, there was a book, a mystery book. And this year I was like, okay, you know what? I have so many books that I need to read in my physical to be read list. So I just asked my partner to pick the books and then wrap them up and try to pick a theme as well. Because last year's thing had a theme, and now we also have to guess the theme because he said I need to guess the theme because he won't tell me. So this is what's going on. Also, in order to not waste wrapping paper or something, he's just going to put this in this Christmassy bag. And so we can't see inside. It's also wrapped in a tea towel. So yes, it's a Christmassy tea towel. Here we have the thing. Oh, the book is kind of falling out. And it is The Two Lies of Faven Scythe by Megan O'Keefe. Actually, this is a sci-fi book. I did get this from one of my favorite bookstores in Gothenburg in Sweden. They do have a monthly kind of like book of the month kind of thing. So they do send you, or if you live close by, they will give you the book. So they have like different themes or like different genres. And then every month you get a book. So this was one of the sci-fi books from this year. And I still can't guess the theme actually. Oh, unless it's numbers. Because this is two lies. Last week, we did have 3 women at the lake. Now this is the 2 lies. So I feel like, and my guess would be numbers. I feel like it will be confirmed with next week's book. But this is the only thing I can kind of see right now. Like if you want, you can check back on the other book. The other book was in German, so languages could have still been a theme, but I did only have 3 different languages in my books here. I do have more back home where my parents live, but I think 3 is already pretty good, but I only have 3 languages in my bookshelves here. And I'm looking at my bookshelves. They're actually not filled in right now because my dad was here last weekend and we made my bookshelf dreams come true. So I'm really excited to show you that as well and take you on the journey to organizing the books. Which will probably be, just between Christmas and New Year. I think that's when this video is going to come out. But I'm really excited to put the books in the shelves. It looks beautiful. I had like this whole idea of how I wanted it to look. And then my dad helped me make it work. And he came here and visited me last weekend and we did it. Anyway, so back to the book. This is like I said, this is a sci-fi book. The Publishers Weekly says it's a superior space opera, a thrilling standalone adventure that James S.A. Corey fans will relish. And this is basically a search for a missing person uncovers a galaxy-spanning conspiracy in this thrilling standalone space opera from award-winning author Megan O'Keefe. Megan E. O'Keefe. Megan has lots of names, apparently. The Black Celeste is a ghost story, a once legendary spaceship collecting dust in a cosmic graveyard known as the Clutch. Only famed pirate, bitter and mundane, knows better and she'll do anything to never go near it again, no matter the cost. And then Faven Scythe, which is the two lives of Faven Scythe, is Christborn, a member of the neo-human species tasked with charting star paths from station to station. When her mentor disappears, leaving behind a mysterious star path, terminating at the clutch, she's determined to find the truth, and only Amandine has the answers. What they will find is a conspiracy bigger than either of them could have imagined. So this is our next read. This is a little bit shorter. The book from last year. Oh my God, why do I keep saying last year? The book from last week was like 570 pages. Now we only have 313. I always like 313 as a number because it's the license plate number of Donald Duck's car. Anyway, just a side note. So this is our next read. Lots of potential for activewear outfits because of all the different colors. Now, what happens if you haven't watched any of these videos? I will terminate the video right now. Not for you, right? For you it continues. But for me, I'm stopping the filming now. I will read the book in the next few days and then I'll pick the activewear outfits and I'll meet you right here, back right here with my antlers. And I will tell you a little bit about the book and I will show you my 3 different activewear outfits for it. All right, see you very soon. All right, I am back. You can all see definitely different day. I have some bright red nail polish that I put on for my office's Christmas party, which was last night. So if my voice sounds a little bit more throaty, scratchy, whatever, it's because I had to shout so much over the loud music to talk to people. But that's perfectly okay. It was a fun time. Anyway, so it is time to talk about this book. I just finished it this morning. It was a quick read. I in the beginning, I thought I was gonna love it more than I, ended up liking it. So I still liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars because I kind of like became a little bit difficult to follow, but I still liked it. I did also like the theme. The idea is definitely like lots of sci-fi in there. So we do have Faven Scythe here in the title. And she is one of the main characters in this book. So we do have like 2 main characters in this book. She's one of them. She is a navigator and she's not human. She is a Christborn, which means she's kind of made out of crystal. And her kind can like kind of weave star paths in space. And that helps, ships navigate. And then the other main character is Bitter Amandine. And she is a spice pirate. So we do have lesbian space pirates in this here. Lots of fighting, like scheming, blood, guns, knives, very powerful people, and there's a big mystery as well. So there's lots of things. I don't want to spoil too much. So if like some of this sounds interesting to you, I still would recommend reading this. But it's a little bit difficult to follow, so just be prepared to have to kind of stay on it. Because there's a lot of differences in this world basically. But they don't always there's not always too much time to explain it. It's a short book. It's 313 pages, and honestly, there's so many different things happening. I feel like a little bit of extra time or a little bit more pages maybe could have done this book good. But yeah, I mean, it was still funny. There's also, it has some funny elements as well. There's some joking and messing around and all that stuff. So yes, this was The 2 Lives of Faven Scythe. And obviously, this is an actually really, really good cover for some books in activewear because we have lots of colors. Like we have the green, we have the blue, we have the pink. We also have like a little bit of like iridescence going on. You can see these little fish there. We have some like space lights. We have a planet. We have dark. So it's like everything. And I do have 3 outfits for you. I am very excited about what I found for this green because I had something in my mind already. And actually I didn't really want to start with that outfit. So I will start with a different one and then I'll tell you the story about the green. This on the cover here. But let's get into the outfits. I will show you the first one. And obviously a lot of things had to sparkle, right? There had to be some shininess. And this is our first outfit. It's dark blue. It's kind of more the background. And then we do have some green and some shimmer to get like a little bit of the foreground of the cover in. But we're starting a little, gentle with a little bit more of a background color focus. and a little bit of sparkle shininess. So let's look at the pieces. And we do have this sports bra by, I think it was 11 by Venus Williams. I think it was Venus Williams. I've had the sports bra for a long time. I don't even know if this brand still exists. I got this a while ago from, I think, Zalando or something, like a retailer basically. And it has like a fun pattern and it's very shiny. We do have navy in there, green and silver. And I figured that actually is like such a good fit because we have some silver kind of navy, definitely like the green. So I thought this was a good start. This sports bra is a short line sports bra. We do not have removable cup pads, but it is double lined. You have the shiny fabric on the outside and then you have the sleek, I like kind of soft inner lining. And this is, a performance material. We do have an elastic under the chest. You can see that it's a little bit wider to keep you tucked in. It does have a V neckline and then thicker up and down straps that are not adjustable, but they're there. And then a little bit of a lower dipping back as well. And you can also see the logo for the brand on here. But yeah, this one is fun. I like shiny things, so of course I think it's fun. Material-wise, we have 82% nylon and 18% spandex. It's also interesting because they're also 84% nylon and 16% spandex, but I don't understand what. There it says lining. Okay. So the lining is 84% nylon and 16% spandex, and the main part is 82% nylon and 18% spandex. But yeah, 11 by Venus Williams, and it says designed in Los Angeles. So actually I could have cut out the tag, but I haven't yet, which is lucky for me, I guess. Sometimes there's just more information to be gotten from, the tags. So, because I don't think there's anything printed on the inside. Oh no, there is actually. So yeah, the brand I could have also gotten from here. So you have that on the inside too. Sometimes, of course, this wears off the more you wear it, but I haven't worn this one very much, which is surprising, right? Because I like shiny things. But anyway, this is our sports bra. And then I'm pairing this with these leggings from Buffbunny collection that I also haven't worn in a while. They were from the Inner Lights collection, which is a while ago. I can link that video up here because it's going to be relevant for a little bit later too. But yeah, so the Inner Lights collection wasn't a very big one, I think. And yeah, it must have been like 3 years at this point. I feel like it must have been 3 years. Anyway, so we do have Nubury fabric, 74% nylon, 26% spandex, double brushed, very soft, body hugging. And these leggings, I honestly have forgotten the name, but the information will have been on the screen already. We do have no front seam and no top seam. And then you can see we have this contrast colored piping seam. I guess in this case, not contrasting, it's like it's tonal, right? Because we have blue on blue. And then in the back, a V, also in this contrast or tonal piping, and the Buffbunny collection logo up there. You can also see it's like kind of cinching in a little bit at the waist. There's no side seam detailing, nothing. So the only real detailing we have is really this piping detailing in a different blue. But I figured because we do have many different shades of blue, this is actually a good pick. And then because it's navy, it fits a lot of the background, right? And it also fits with this bra because, the navy ties it together. But yeah, let's see it on. All right, so here's our first outfit. A little bit darker, but I still think, it kind of gets the vibe of the cover. And yeah, the more fun colors, the bright colors are gonna come. But anyway, this is fun already. This is shiny, this is shimmery, it has a pattern. But yeah, let me talk you through the outfit. So we do have our sports bra here. It has the thicker elastic under the chest, but it's not really too uncomfortable. We do have no removable cup pads in here, but I think it's actually pretty good with the double line fabric. We have the V neckline where you can get a slight cleavage, good side boob coverage, thicker up and down straps. They're not adjustable, but they fit nicely and they are a little stretchy. And then in the back, just a slight dip there. You have the logo there, and yeah, you can see how shimmery shiny it is. Also, I'm currently filming this try on, and it looks, for me currently, it looks so dark before I color correct. Like I had to set the ISO to like quite high, and it's like 12. It's literally noon. It looks like it's, I don't know, the sun is gonna set in like half an hour. But this is the winter in Scandinavia. And you know what? It's crazy. I'm still complaining, and I used to live in far more northern places than this, where it was even worse. I honestly don't know how I did that with the filming then. There was like probably like 4 hours during the day, I could do that. Now I could technically have like 6. So anyway, it's crazy. Yeah. So, and then we do have our leggings. They are also very, very simple, except for our blue piping detailing here. Also weird, I do have like a little bit of fabric kind of in, I don't know if you see that little bulge part there. There's like kind of like a little bit of fabric, but it's in the double lined waistband, so I don't really know. There's nothing to be done about it. Just kind of move it somewhere where it's not bothering me. I don't know if that's even possible. Anyway, so we do have the piping detailing. This one dips down a little bit, and you can see they're quite high-waisted, maybe even ultra high-waisted. And the slight dip is to make sure that you get like also a little bit of lower tummy compression from the waistband. Now, the waistband does not have a top seam, but it definitely like is tapered in the waist so that you are very tucked in up top here. There's no gaping, like nothing. It's also nice and high in the back still. And then you can also see the piping detailing back here. So really just the V, not a seam. I mean, there is a seam there, but like it's not, you know, highlighted like they've done with some other leggings, where definitely the butt crack seam was also highlighted, which some people didn't like. I honestly didn't mind too much. Really just depends on what color you choose. But yeah, this is kind of all the detailing there. So they're actually very, very simple leggings. I honestly don't know why I don't wear them that much. I feel like they fit well, nice and stretchy, but also a little bit compressive. I feel very tucked in at the waist. They are 7/8 length on me, like most Buffbunny collection leggings. So that's perfectly fine. And yeah, can't really say much else about these. Simple but good. And this is like, yeah, a darker outfit, but look at the shininess of the top and a little bit of the lighter blue here. I think it's all kind of tied well together. But let's move on. Okay, moving on. Now we're coming to some brighter colors. And I can tell you quickly the story of the green. So I did see the green on the cover, and I immediately had a sports bra in mind that I had from Buffbunny collection. I've had it for a while, and I haven't worn it in a long time, but I was like, this is the exact green. And this was also a sports bra from the Inner Lights collection that I just talked about with the previous outfit. And I was like, the green from the Inner Lights collection 100% fits this. So I went to my green sports bra box. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you want to see how I organize my sports bras, I can link that video up here too. And I found the sports bra. And guess what? It is a perfect match. Like, it is really, really close. So I was like, look at me, remembering this color, even though I haven't worn it in a while. Huh? I think that's pretty good. I feel like this color was called Green Lights, but like, not sure. Again, it'll have been on the screen already, I think. And yeah, this sports bra, I haven't worn in a bit, but it's actually like a cute one. It's a, like a V version 2 basically of another sports bra that they did a long time ago that I also do have. But yeah, it's Nuber fabric again, so this super soft and brushed fabric that we had in the leggings in the previous outfit. We do have this kind of like nearly square neckline here. It is a short line sports bra, but we have an elastic under the chest, removable cup pads, and then you do have 2 thicker straps that are adjustable. And then in the back, the straps crisscross, but one of the straps turns into 3 smaller straps. So you have like kind of like a little bit of an asymmetrical yeah, moment in the back here, which is kind of fun. And because of this being like the Inner Lights collection, I think it was also like the idea that this fits because it's like the rays of the light or whatever. Like there was some more thought behind it. We also do have a Buffbunny collection logo here. And yeah, the color, the green was just perfect. Like I was very proud of myself for identifying it before even, having gone to my sports bra box, my green sports bra box. One of my 2 green sports bra boxes. Anyway, but then I also was like, look, we have so many fun bright colors. Let's pair this green with pink because, also matches pretty well. So we have green and pink here for 2 of the 3 colors in the title. And this pink legging, this is Candy Crush pink. This is the Legacy leggings, my all-time favorite, also from Buffbunny collection. And again, Nubury fabric, super soft and brushed, ultra high-waisted, no front seam, no top seam. And we do have a side seam detail that I'll also show you when I have it on. And we have this flattering triple seam glute detailing that I like a lot, Buffbunny collection logo. And that is that. Yeah. Quick, easy, very neon-y. But I think this goes together. I mean, it's definitely very out there, but it fits, right? Let's see it on. Okay, whoa, this is like a very different outfit than the first one. I feel like I'm getting blinded now when I look at the screen of the camera because the lights are at me, right, pointing at me, and the neon colors are just like shining it right back. Anyway, nice and bright. And I feel like, perfect for this. If I had like a little blue jacket or something, which honestly I might have, I don't actually know, that could have been like a perfect complement to this. But I feel like already it's such a fun outfit. Because we also got the framing colors, right? Like the outer colors in the title. So I feel like it works quite well. And look at this. Like it's so fun. Like this is definitely, it's kind of a very summery outfit. Not necessarily like appropriate or like it doesn't matter. It's still appropriate for winter. But not if you're just walking outside like this, unless it's like, I don't know, Caribbean winter or something. But anyway, so this is like not the color scheme for winter, I would say, right? But it's a fun color scheme. I like it. And again, I'm very happy. I remember exactly the sports bra, exactly this color, and I knew it would be perfect. And it is. So let's talk about the sports bra. This one is a very low coverage. You can see how low it comes. So if you have a bigger chest, I definitely would say size up because I am nearly spilling out of this and I don't have a big chest. It's definitely a short line sports bra. You have this elastic under the chest. We have removable cup pads. Good type of coverage though. Even though we don't have a lot of coverage up here, you can get a lot of cleavage even with a small chest. And then in the back, we have this fun asymmetrical detailing with the triple straps here and then this one thicker strap there. And support-wise, honestly, it was actually, light to medium. So not too light, no support, light to medium, I would say. I just spotted another spider, but it's a small one this time. So many spiders here. Anyway. And the color is fun. It's quite unique, I would say. I don't think I have a green like this, which is why when at first I was looking at this, I was like, okay, it's this sportswear that I need to find. And then I was, going through my box and I was like, it's not it, it's not this, it's not, because you could tell because it is a very unique green. And then let's move on to the leggings. I've shown these to you many times before. The Legacy leggings, ultra high-waisted. So my natural waist is kind of down here. Sometimes they roll because of that, but you can always just fold them over a little bit. We do have no front seam and no top seam. And then the side seam detailing that I said I'd show you when I have it on. So side seam goes down, splits up about like hand width above the knee, and then you have 2 seams that go all the way down. 7/8 length on me again, as per usual with Buffbunny collection leggings. Fun, bright pink color. And our triple seam glute detailing for, glute accentuation. Also make sure that this up here stays nicely tucked against your skin and there's no gaping, which I also personally like a lot because sometimes I do struggle with that. It's actually 2 spiders up there, by the way. 2 small ones, but still, that's too many. Anyway, Buffbunny collection logo, and you can see when I squat, like there's nothing gaping there. Usually these leggings have like a medium compression. In this iteration, in this pink, which is from last year, 2 years ago, last year, I think. It's a little bit lower, so it's low compression. But yeah, generally medium compression. I would still say if you're in between, you can size down. So that's what I usually do. And yeah, this is our very bright colored outfit for the cover. Let's move on. Last but not least, I had to include these two things. I think they are a perfect match for the idea of the cover, for the story. And as a reminder, this is our cover. And this is our last outfit. Because do you see how the little fish there, they have like this iridescent like scaling. So I figured these leggings are perfect. And I will, also show you why the sports bra is perfect. But let me show you the sports bra at first, and then we'll go through the leggings too. So this is from Popflex Active. This was the Celestial bra, I think. And of course, Celestial, fits. This is sci-fi. This is in space, right? And you can see we have this mesh inlay that allows for a really, really deep V here. It's not even a V, it's just open. And we have like little stars and moons on the mesh part here, which is why it's called the Celestial bra. And in the back, you also do have mesh in the same situation here, moons and a few stars. Which is why I was like, this is perfect. A little bit of detailing here. We do have removable cup pads because, of course, you don't have mesh throughout, right? You have a little bit of, cups here for the boobs. And then you do have an elastic under the chest that keeps you tucked in. Material is soft. What is it made from? That is the question. Let me see. I got this in my normal size small, and this is 70% nylon, or 70% nylon, as it actually says, and 30% spandex. I didn't notice that there was a spelling error in there. You can see it doesn't say nylon, it says nylon. Never seen that before, actually. It doesn't really matter anyway. It's like inside, whatever. We also do have the Popflex Active logo there. And that is that. So it's actually really fun sports bra because it's high neck, but like you still have that little sexy moment because it is deep mesh. And then we have that celestial, like starry sky element, which is also really fun and what fits as well topic wise. And then we're pairing this with these Rebel leggings from Buffbunny collection in the black holographic. Like, look at all these colors. I do have different colors in this. I was thinking actually because the fish, you can see they're like more bluish green. So the recent iteration of these holographic ones, which was the Siren holographic, would have been color-wise a good match. But because we have all the colors on the cover in general, I figured I should do black holographic. And this way we get some blue, some green, everything, right? So I feel like this is a little bit more fun and still fits quite well. Now, these were the first time they launched a holographic legging. So it's been a while. These are the Rebel leggings, so they are high-waisted performance leggings, shiny on the outside, and of course on the inside it's just black, right? So still nice and comfy, you can still sweat in them. They are quite high in compression. I'd still get these in a size small, or did back, yeah. I feel like depending on the launch, they're sometimes a little bit tighter and sometimes a little bit looser. They don't have a top seam, but they also don't have a front seam, and then no side seam detailing, nothing. But we do have a V for the glutes, and then you also do have a Buffbunny collection logo. But yeah, colors everywhere. I feel like this is kind of like an oil slick kind of moment, right? But I figured because our cover is so colorful, these together with the Celestial sports bra are a perfect match. Let's see it on. And our last one, I feel like it looks a little dark now, but I mean, it still has all the colors. And we're focusing on the little fish in the background now. So that's what I was going for with this one basically. So it is, you know, a little darker because the fish in the background are also a little darker. At first I actually didn't even see them. It was just when I was looking at the cover a little bit more intensely that I was like, oh, okay, there's like space fish in the back. Probably because of, they talk of scales and, you know, stuff like that. But yeah, so this is our, maybe the darkest outfit actually, but also like maybe the most like, definitely the most iridescent. And in a way still like kind of very, very colorful, just like a little bit more hidden. Let's talk about the pieces. So we have our sports bra from Buffbunny collection, from Popflex Active. Not everything's Buffbunny collection. With the little moon and star kind of mesh here. This one has, yeah, just a very, very, very deep, it's not even a V. We do have the elastic under the chest, and you also have removable cup pads in this part. And of course you can get a lot of cleavage because, you know, a lot of it is on display, but you're still kind of tucked in because you have this high neck, you have good side boob coverage. And then in the back, it's a simple racer bag, but still with like a little bit of mesh again here, with a little bit of moon and star action, and the Popflex logo there. Support-wise, this is definitely like a, I would say, medium support. You know, I'm tucked in also, nothing is going to fall out, so it's pretty secure. And it's still quite, you know, short for, it could kind of have like this crop top vibe, but it's definitely like more of a sports bra length, right? And then we do have our leggings here. These are nicely high-waisted. I am nicely tucked into. There's no top seam, but honestly with this fabric, you don't need the top seam. I think they stay up by themselves. We do have no front seam either, and no side seam detailing, like really nothing much. But again, like this is already like so stunning by itself because of the iridescence that we have here, like all the different colors you can see. I hope you can see some of them at least. And we do have a 7/8 length here. Again, once more, and then a V for the glutes. I hope you can see that as well. And then proper seam in the back for glute separation, yeah. But that is kind of it. So like these are a little bit more hidden in terms of how colorful they are, but like they are colorful. Like especially if you're out in the sun, like boom, all the colors, right? So in space, presumably, if you're flying close to a star, it would be all the colors again. And yeah, this is our last outfit. It's definitely like, I feel like this is a bit more of a high performance outfit. Honestly, I feel like it's just gotten even darker. How is that even possible? Like, I feel like I already need like, they should have left the street lights on. It's on today because it's kind of sad. Anyway, I feel like you can even see on the camera it has gotten a little darker. Like, what is going on? It's 12:20. Like, what? Okay. Anyway, let's move on. All right, it's conclusion time. Let me quickly show you all the outfits in a little pile. Here we go. We got some bright colors, we got some shiny stuff, some dark colors, some navy, but I feel like this matches the cover quite well. Actually, when I saw the cover at first, I was like super excited because I was like, this is the perfect one for books and activewear. So I'm very happy we had this today. Also slightly different storyline, I think, like very unique, and could have been slightly better, but it was still entertaining. So yeah. Let me know what you think. Let me know which outfit was your favorite. Let me know if you've ever heard of this author. She has, I think, 2 other trilogies out. This is a standalone one though. If you've ever read a book, by her, if you've ever read a book, yeah, I hope you did. Anyway, if you know of this one, let me know. Yeah, this is it. Now we can look forward to the 3rd Advent book, the basically 3rd book in the series, and I'm kind of curious to see what it is. Like I said, I think my guess is now we're dealing with numbers, so it's going to be another book with numbers, I think. But yeah, stay tuned for next week for that video. But if you, of course, watch it later, then, I mean, it might already be out there. Yeah, let me know what your guesses are, though. If you have any feedback, any suggestions, drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You can also follow me on Instagram. You can DM me there. But I'm more likely to see your comments here on YouTube. So if there's ever anything you want to get off your chest, any feedback you want to leave with me, drop a comment down below and I'll get back to you. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're having a good, pre-Christmas time. If you don't celebrate, again, I hope you're just having a great time with all the winter vibes. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.